The story you've been handed isn't just theologically wrong, it's evidentially wrong. The archaeology and the anthropology and the linguistics don't support it. And when you lay the actual evidence alongside the biblical account of early human history, they tell the same story. So here's my thesis up front so you know where I'm going with this video. There has always been one God. The earliest human beings knew him. Not a conclusion that they reasoned toward, but a reality, something they lived with, someone they knew personally. As families spread across the earth, they carried that knowledge into every tribe and tongue and people. The world's oldest religions, the Sky Fathers, the singular creators, the high gods of the most ancient isolated cultures, are not primitive humanity groping upward toward a God they hadn't found yet. They're shadows and echoes of a God that they once knew, carried in human memory across millennia of nomadic wandering. And then urbanization happened. The city structure enters human history like a big bang of progress and enlightenment. But it arrives in the biblical story as evidence of humanity's rebellion against the Creator's mandate. With it comes the systematic distortion of everything the nomadic peoples had carried all along. What we call the ancient world religions are not the beginning of humanity's religious story at all. They're what happened when the story got buried under stone and empire and institutionalized rebellion in the building of civilization. The Bible is the recovery of the true story, revealed by the one God himself to a people that he set apart to receive it, and then to return it to a world that had forgotten his name. That's where we're going with this video, but we should probably start at the beginning first. The Bible doesn't begin with religion. Genesis 1 and 2 are not the origin story of a religious system. There are no priests and rituals and temples, no prescribed worship forms of any kind. What Genesis describes is a relationship, a creator who makes human beings in his image. He walks with them and he speaks with them, and he's known by them directly. That isn't religion in the way that we normally think of the word religion at all. It's direct knowledge. It's the one who made everything. That distinction is important for everything that we're about to cover. Because when we talk about what happened to human religious knowledge over time, we're not talking about a system that got corrupted. We're talking about a relationship that was forgotten. Those are two very different things. One data point easy to miss is Genesis 4:26. It says, in the days of Enosh, Seth's son, men began to call upon the name of the Lord. It doesn't say they began to invent a religious structure. It says they began to call upon the name of the one who was already there and already known. And then the flood happens. And so whatever your view is of the timing or the scope of the flood, the biblical narrative treats it as a hard reset. One family and one boat. And the first thing Noah does when he steps off onto dry ground, before anything else happens, is he builds an altar.